The 10 strangest types of phobias. Have you ever felt dread just watching a chicken pass by your side during your visit to your grandmother's house in the country? It's a strange question. Let's ask you a more reasonable question. Are you trying so hard to avoid your coworkers just because they have beards? Or maybe you feel panic and fear when you see a beautiful bouquet of flowers? This may seem like an exaggeration, but there are many strange types of phobias. Get to know them through this video. You may find an answer to the strangeness of the previous questions. A phobia, according to Harvard Medical School, is a persistent and unrealistic fear of a particular object, person, animal, activity, or situation. It is a type of anxiety disorder. Although the person is aware of the irrationality of the phobia he suffers from, he cannot control his fear. Symptoms of phobias include sweating, chest pain, pain in the form of pins and needles, rapid heart rate, a feeling of suffocation, dizziness, nausea, and a person with a phobia often tries to either avoid the thing that provokes his fear, or endures it with anxiety and distress. Here are the 10 strangest types of phobias that you may hear about, but they already exist and many people suffer from them. Chicken phobia or electrophobia. It is a rare form of phobia characterized by an intense fear of chickens. People with chicken phobia usually understand that their fear is irrational, but they are unable to control their physical and psychological reactions. Symptoms of chicken phobia occur when you see or only think about chicken, and these symptoms include intense immediate fear, intense anxiety, sweating, rapid heart rate, chest tightness, difficulty breathing, and dizziness. Phobia of words or onomatophobia. It is the irrational fear of hearing a certain word or name. The person with this type of phobia becomes anxious as soon as he hears or thinks of certain words or names, and his anxiety may be severe to the point of having panic attacks as a result. Among the symptoms of onomatophobia are anxiety when thinking about certain words or names, inability to deal with anxiety, also shivering and sweating, beardophobia or pogonophobia. The word pogonophobia is a combination of the Greek word pogon, meaning beard, and the Latin and Greek word phobia, meaning panic or fear. Pogonophobia is a word that refers to an intense fear or hatred of beards. Like other phobias or irrational fears, pogonophobia may seem ridiculous to people who don't have it, but to the thousands affected around the world, it is a very real fear that affects mental health and quality of life. Many things can contribute to a person hating a beard. These reasons include previous negative or traumatic experience with a bearded person, or associate facial hair with disease or filth. Phobia of numbers or arithmophobia. There are two types of fear of numbers: the general fear of all numbers and the fear of specific numbers. Although digitophobia is not included as a mental condition, it is a form of phobia. This type of phobia has real-world consequences, even if the fear is based on harmless superstitions. For example, a 2001 study in the British Medical Journal found that Asian Americans in California were 27% more likely to die of a heart attack on the 4th day of the month. Spectrophobia. People with ghost phobias or spectrophobias experience needless anxiety despite the realization that their fear is irrational. They may be afraid to go into woods, empty houses, or dark places and may react anxiously to strange or unexplained sounds. Thread phobia or linonophobia refers to fear of thread. A person with this condition may refuse to go to clothing stores for fear of seeing loose threads in some items. This excessive worry and irrational thinking is probably one of the main causes of mental suffering. White phobia or leukophobia. A person with white phobia may find themselves avoiding white in any way. For example, a person with this condition may refuse to have anything in their home that is white. It is possible that this excessive worry and irrational thinking was one of the main causes of his mental suffering. Flower phobia or anthophobia. It results in a persistent and intense fear of flowers. People with this phobia may fear all flowers or only certain types of flowers, Sanam Hafiz, a neuropsychologist and faculty member at Columbia University. He says, the most common symptom of anthnophobia is anxiety or panic attack when a person sees or thinks about flowers, and this type of phobia may cause the owner to feel imminent and complete helplessness during exposure to the flowers. Bathing phobia or ablutophobia. It is the intense fear of showering, cleaning, or washing. This type of phobia is an irrational fear that revolves around a specific situation, and it can disrupt your life. It is more common in women and children than in men. Causes of bathophobia include a negative experience that included showering, bathing, or changes in brain function such as injury, aging, and other conditions. Noise phobia and loud sounds is known as phonophobia. Loud noises, especially when unexpected, can be annoying to anyone. If you suffer from phonophobia, your fear of loud noises can be overwhelming, causing you to panic and feel very anxious. Noise phobia is a specific phobia, and like all phobias, phonophobia is a treatable anxiety disorder. Finally, do you suffer from any of the aforementioned phobias? If the answer is yes, share it with us in a comment. Also, do not forget to share the video with your friend who suffers from a phobia.